Hey guys, Justin here in the 2x4 test tent with another unboxing video. This one's actually from Viparspectra. I've reviewed their 1500 series light before. This is the 2500, I believe, of theirs. I think I pulled the tag off. But this should be just a bigger version of that, and that was actually a pretty sweet light. So I'm anxious to put this through its paces and see what we can get out of it. We've got the infrared thermometer, of course. We've got the par meter, the kilowatt meter, and the meter. And then we got the baby katana here. So let's get all this stuff out of the way and bust this open and see what we can find out. Now, some things I really liked about this before was the dimmer knob. That was something I really liked. Also the design of it overall. I really do like the design of this light. So I'm anxious to see the larger version of what I saw before. Alright. What do we got? Oh, psych! Alright. One more. Hey, there we go. And you see their logo front and center there. Damn, they do make really nice looking boards. Like it's just nice. It's just clean. Really kick ass. Let's dig this out of here. Packed very nicely. Wrapped up very nicely. What do we got in here? Got a manual. Oh, we got a card here. Not happy. What to do if you're not happy. So there you go. That's what you do if you're not happy. And then the other side. Happy? Oh, so if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Then you go over this side, tell your friends and family, and then clap your hands. Pretty cool. Like it's a pretty good use of the card there. We've got the owner's manual. Let's take a quick look at that here. Oh, it's a fold out. We got the 1000, the 1500, and the 2000. Actually, I think I tested the 1000. It was the smaller one. So this one's the 2000. The 2000, not the 2500. 2000. Hell yeah. Check out the specs on that. You can go ahead and pause that if you want to read that. There we go. It says don't run it above 104 degrees. It's a good reason to keep your temps in line. Got different brightnesses suggested for different stages of growth. Take a look at that. Anything else on the back? Warranty. What do we got? 3 years warranty. There we go. That's pretty much it. We've got rope ratchets. Oh, look at that. Stepping up the game. They got the Metal Gear rope ratchets. They give you the good stuff. Hell yeah. Way to go. That's impressive right off the bat. And then they got the 90-degree plug. That's a pretty cool addition too. Hanging kit. High quality. It's got the much larger little attache deals here. I don't know what these are really called. Say in the comments if you know what these are actually called. They're not like carabiners, they're something else. They're attaches is what I'm going to call them. But yeah, this is like beefy compared to most of the hanging kits that I've seen. So yeah, this is seeming like some pretty dang nice quality, I would say. Let's flip this over here. And let's see, that's going to be a little bit more difficult to take out, so let's fire up one of these here. And there we go. That made it easy. Alright, now this is one seriously sexy board. For real. That is nice. Woo boy. There's the particulars on the end here for those that want to read. This does have the coating that a lot of the other companies have that makes it water resistant. I'm reluctant to say waterproof because it's really hard to make something waterproof, like 100%. So I'm going to go ahead and say water resistant. Let's go ahead and flip this over. See what we're working with on the diode. Actually, we'll flip this around. There we go. Or with the driver, I should say, not the diode. Alright, the driver. So that is the driver that they are using. And it is a SOSIN, or SOSIN, I don't know how you say it, LED driver. Been hearing a lot of decent things about this this company, really. A lot of the lesser expensive companies are using it, and it seems to be just really on the level as far as reliability and cost, kind of hand in hand. Drivers have come a long way, really, in the last few years. Meanwhile is still, of course, the standard that you like to see, but it's nice to see other companies that are popping up that are reliable alternatives, and this seems to be one of those. It does have the switch over here that you can do a little bit more adjustments, but I really probably wouldn't play with that since it already has the dimmer. But if you really want to kind of, I would consider this like, I don't know if you guys build computers or play with computers, I would consider this kind of like messing with the overclock, because you may turn it up past what is suggested. So I would just leave it where it's at personally, and then use your dimmer knob over here for any adjustments that you need. And so here's the dimmer knob. So there's that. And it's really smooth action. Just like the other model, the 1000 that I reviewed. Just super smooth. It's more like a high-end stereo receiver. I dig it. Really nice. And I like the design too. They have a very large heatsink on the back here. Really nice. Excellent design. Looks good too with the green and black. I like the contrast. Just all around, it's a nice looking light. It's decent. I really dig it. It's got some heft to it also. There's no loose parts, nothing shaking. I don't see any cockeyed screws or anything like that. Build quality seems good. It's got some side rails here for the to go to the heatsink. A little bit of protection for the board. Protection on this side for the board in case you nick it. Like, yeah, I mean, everything's encased here for your wiring on each side. Seems pretty slick overall, I would say. I dig it. So let's get this sucker hooked up and see what we can find out about the Viparspectra 2000 series. All right, before I hook it up there, I did want to check out one thing just to make sure I wasn't going crazy. This is the P2000. The 2500 is actually on Amazon right now, and it's a pretty decent deal. $259 and then a $20 additional coupon on there. That's pretty decent. So this is the P2000. The 2500 is just the newer version of this that they're selling on Amazon now. So should be as good as this or better. So let's take a look and see what this sucker will do. All right, we are back and have this hooked up now, ready to go. Take a look at the underside. There again, just a really sweet looking light setup overall. I just dig the symmetry of everything. I like it. So let's take a look and see what this thing does. This is all the way down as far as it'll go, and here's our power meter. Looking at 95. So that's about good enough for cloning, you know. You could use it as a clone light on the lowest setting. Probably diminishes pretty quick as it goes off to the side here. 56 at the side. So yeah, I mean, just basic clone light. I'm gonna conserve. As far as wattage goes, it's only taking, look at the glare there, 18.5 watts. 18 watts. Talk about conserving. Holy crap. So if you want to clone with less than a light bulb, basically, that's a good option. And you can clone an entire tray right here with less than the power of a light bulb for most people. That's pretty kick-ass. That is pretty damn kick-ass. So let's crank this sucker up. See what we can do. So where's that at? It's about 25%. Let's go to 50. So there's 50%. 481. Yeah, that's pretty high. Actually, 25% would be closer for veg, or somewhere in between, really. Like for veg, I want to be around 300 or so, 300, 350. Say 325. Like that. So right there, that's about, right there is where it's at on the dimmer knob to hit 325. Oh, come on. 325 to the center canopy. This is at 16 inches too. I forgot to show you guys that, sorry. Let me pull out the tape measure here. Show you that. 16 inches. Right there, 16 inches. So yeah, that's pretty good. So you can veg it a little over 25% really, and then we crank that up, like I said, to around 50%, and now we're getting into flower territory, around 500. We go 75% right there, and now we're getting into fat cola territory in the 700s. Anything 500 and more is going to give you pretty good bud production, honestly. 700 is going to give you excellent bud production, but you're going to have to be on top of your nutrient regimen to keep up with the bud production, or your plant's going to become very deficient very quickly, because it's going to feed really hard at these lighting levels. So let's see what this thing does at 100%. Alright, so that's all the way up. 100%. 864, 863, 864 in the middle. That is really, really good bud production. As you can see, I'm all the way up now. Got it cranked. See, everything's much brighter. The camera does adjust for the brightness, so it's kind of hard to see on camera. But yeah, this is a nice light, honestly. So right in the middle it does really well. Let's kick it out to the edges here. So we'll go to the edge of the light. So there's the edge of the light there. 525, say. Now, if we turn the diode inward a little to simulate some reflection, look at that, 655. And then if we take it all the way out, let's go all the way to the very, very edge, and we'll point it towards the light. 306. And that's, you can see where that's at. Right over there, about in the middle of the light and all the way over to the side. 306. Now that's not really going to give you the greatest bud production. They're going to be pretty smaller and a little more airy on that. So this light may be a little bit better for a 2 foot by 3 foot tent rather than a 2 foot by 4 foot tent. Not saying that you couldn't use it in a 2 foot by 4 foot tent, but it's definitely lacking a little bit on the edges. We could try taking it up another couple of inches here and see if that helps at all. Let me see here. There we go. Take it up 8 clicks on each side. Let's see what that does for us height-wise. So that takes us to about 18 inches. 17 3/4 or something like that, about 18. And so let's see, that's going to drop our center down to 722, which is still plenty respectable. That's still great. So let's kick it out to the edge here and see if we get any more edge coverage, or if that's just all we're going to get. Nope, not really a whole lot more. The light's swinging a little bit from touching it, so that's why it's swinging around. But as you can see, even moving it up a couple of inches, you don't really get a whole lot more, because it's still the distance from the light that you're dealing with. So yeah, I would say you could use this in a 2x4 if you wanted to, and it'd be great. All the way up, it's only taking 200 watts. So I mean, that's very low wattage, under the radar sort of wattage. A couple hundred watts is no big deal to run. So if you're in an area that you know, you need to be on the down low, 200 watts is great. I mean, you could blow up this whole 4x4, and whatever bud you get, that's what you get. Otherwise, if you're really looking for the 100% of the space to be quality, dense, high quality, awesome colas, I would probably lean more towards getting a 2 foot by 3 foot tent and putting this in there and just blowing it apart. I think this would completely just rock a 2x3, just absolutely destroy it. So that would be my recommendation on this light here, as far as what to do with it. There's not really a whole lot else to talk about. The hangers, again, really beefy. I dig the hanging kit, super beefy. It does have the good rope ratchets. They have that really good click to them, and they're really easy to pull. I really like that. It's not those cheap plastic ones. So yeah, all in all, really good light. I would give this one a pass for sure. I like it. I like it. The dimmer knob, sweet. Everything seems great, man. So yeah, let's give it a chance to warm up. We'll hit it with the heat gun and see where we're at as far as heat goes. I think it's going to perform pretty well, mostly because of these big fins on the side here. You can see big ass heat sinks, and you really want that. You want good thermal management on all your electronics. It'll just make them last a hell of a lot longer. So let's let it warm up, and we'll come back in a little bit. Alright, I let it warm up for a while here so we can do the heat test. But then I also realized that I forgot to do an edge reading on the inner edge here, so let's get that right here. Let's see what we're reading with the side reflection. If I can see it with the light reflecting. There we go, 500, 504. So yeah, right there in perfect cola territory on the edges there. So not a problem on the 2 foot edge. Like I said, I think it's going to be a really good 2 foot by 3 foot light. So let's bust out the thermometer here. We're looking at 122. Looks like on the heat sink there. See if there's any hot spots. No, not really. Let's check the driver. Definitely a little warmer, 131. Yeah, I mean, everything checks out. Don't seem to be any real hot spots on here. Actually runs quite cool. That's actually really, really impressive. So yeah, overall I think this thing would be amazing in a 2-foot by 3-foot tent. Turn it down to about maybe a little under halfway for veg, and then crank it up for flower, and you are good to go for real. So yeah, if you want to check this out, links below. If you want to get one of these for yourself, or just get some information on it, click the link below. Hope you enjoyed the review video, and we'll be back pretty soon with some more videos. I got quite a few lights to review coming up here, some really big ones coming too. So until next time guys, happy growing.